What's going on? So this is an interesting tidbit. Farrah Fawcett, you remember her? Charlie's Angels. And one of the most known blondes, her hairstyle was as popular as her acting. You always heard rocking the Farrah. Anyway, she originally was offered of a position for the film Arthur, but she lost out to Liza Minnelli. Interesting. Farrah Fawcett. And you gotta kind of wonder how come her film career never took off. Because I saw someone like Susan Anton who was in 10. I wonder why she didn't blow up on the big screen. They said apparently there was a couple roles that just didn't work out, and because the politics, because she fell out with ABC, fell out with Charlie's Angels. You know how it is. Ex Suzanne Summers. You know these businesses being strange because they make you a blonde bombshell, but if you don't do something strange for the change, you can appeal on one level, but you never get the other level. Have you noticed Farrah Fawcett, Lonnie Anderson, and Suzanne Summers all didn't really, they were TV big, but they didn't really blow up. Bo Derek had a bigger career, and Bo Derek couldn't even hold a candle to them as far any more personality. She was a decent looking woman, but an offensive cultural bandit with them braids and 10, but that's no story, no video. But ain't that funny how that kind of worked? And Farrah Fawcett, that is, I wonder, and she lost out on a few other roles, which eventually I will get into why it didn't turn out where it was. But this was interesting that, when I hear about this one, it's like, oh, okay. Because it seems kind of oddball. I can't quite see her. Like Liza Minnelli is kind of an odd entity anyway, because she's kind of like chatty, but she did have a personality that kind of worked, but she's kind of chatty. But really, but I don't know if Farrah Fawcett would have worked with Dudley Moore. I don't know because she did have a big time personality, but it didn't loan itself to the big screen. It's kind of a trip because when you think about, she was the blonde bombshell. She was big for her time. She was, remember, her poster was all over. Remember Saturday Night Fever? She and imagery wise, but it didn't hit in terms of the bigger picture. You know, it's like kind of odd, and you gotta kind of wonder, did she got white ball because she didn't blow up any bigger? It's kind of interesting when I think about it. But yeah, this was interesting when I found out that she didn't get that gig in Arthur. Now that was a cool movie. Dudley Moore was over the top, kind of like his real life musician, crazy rich, drunk all the time, told some funny jokes, art imitated life. And I like Dudley Moore films back then. I don't know if Farrah Fawcett would have been. I don't know. I think Liza Minnelli's stiff vibe was, even though it's like they would have been cool, like buddies as opposed to love interests. I think it worked in a strange way. He did tend with Goldie Hawn. I mean, not Goldie Hawn, but with Bo Derek. So this would have been interesting with Farrah, but I don't know. It's always was a mystery because I know TV and film, everybody was trying to get to movie back in the day. If you come along now and you watching Netflix and Apple TV and these other, even Tubi, did I say Tubi? You can make films. Back in the day, the corporate suits, it's only a handful. And if you got to that next level, you better hit. If you don't, and it wasn't for everybody. Because to me, it's kind of, if you know America and you know the things, I understand the imagery and all things with the size and everything. But it was kind of amazing that Gary Coleman had a bigger film career than Farrah Fawcett in the big screen, except for that Burning Bed movie. But she never blew up on the big screen. This is interesting though. Um, didn't get the role though for Arthur, and I did like Arthur. Arthur's one of my cool films. I still love the theme song too with Christopher Cross. But anyway, let me know what you think. Would you like to see Farrah Fawcett play opposite of Dudley Moore in Arthur? Do you think they got it right with Liza Minnelli? Let me know in the comments. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.